Well, I have to say that our first ever Baseball Player of the Year race was great, but our first ever UAW-Chrysler Softball Player of the Year competition was even better. Big props to all of you who went to statechampsnetwork.com all season and voted. Now, all of our Final Four candidates were very well qualified, but there can only be one winner. When it was all said and done, choosing our first ever UAW-Chrysler Softball Player of the Year was challenging. However, one took her team the farthest in the tournament. She also graduates in the top 10 all-time in 4 career hitting categories. So one of the greatest home run hitters in Michigan high school history, when they pitch to you, of course. We are very pleased to present our first ever UAW-Chrysler High School Softball Player of the Year to Farmington Hills Mercy's Alex Sobczak.
My coach called me about it. I was ecstatic. I mean, obviously coming off the semifinal loss, I wasn't really thinking much of it. And then to hear this, it was just kind of the topping off my 4 years. And it's great to see all the hard work I, do pay off.
Alex Sobczak's legacy at Farmington Hills Mercy will not fade anytime soon. Her 3 home runs in a game as a freshman is tied for second all-time in the MHSAA. Her 17 home runs as a sophomore is tied for third. Her 40 career homers are fourth. And her .524 career batting average is currently 15th all-time. In more than 475 career plate appearances, she only struck out 23 times.
She could hit anywhere in the lineup, for one thing. She could hit 5th, 4th, 3rd, or 2nd, but Coach Lesko wanted her to batting first, get her as many at-bats that he possibly could get out of Alex, and maybe take away some of the motivation by coaches to intentionally walk her. But there isn't anything she can't do. She's got a strong throwing arm, and when she does play the infield, she's a great fielder. But catch is, I think, the toughest position in both baseball and softball, and she handled it very well.
Opposing pitchers have feared Sobczak's prowess at the plate her whole career. This year, they really tried to keep her at bay. She walked 39 times this season, many of them intentionally, and her 112 career walks is 6th in state history. But the consummate team player, before she begins her career at Michigan, she will always remember her last with the Marlins.
Making it to the Final Four by far will be the best memory I take away from high school softball, and getting to play at Michigan State, was just a great experience with my team, and I loved, I've loved every team that I played on for Mercy, but this year was special and it was a really great experience.
Alex is this year's People's Champion, narrowly winning the online voting part of the competition with 38,485 votes compared to Alex Sorgi's 37,131.
I mean, I had a slow start when it came to the online voting, and I had a bunch of friends texting me like, voted you. People I'd never met were telling me, my parents, my family, and a whole group of friends were constantly voting every 5 minutes when they could. And that last week when, Sorgi was getting close, they put an extra, force on, and it was pretty cool.
Congratulations to Farmington Hills Mercy's Alex Sobczak, our 2015 UAW-Chrysler High School Softball Player of the Year.